that's the big hitters for that
Mhm.
one. Let's talk about the Christmas party.
Woo!
Woohoo!
Can't
Uh,
wait.
s- yeah, Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party. Um, I put up a picture of the castle with the lights on it because that's my
Mhm.
favorite.
Mhm.
I like that so much better than what they're doing now. And what they're doing now is cool, but
Yeah.
it's projection mapping, and I wish they'd put the lights back up on it.
Yeah.
But anyway, so Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party, it runs from November through December.
Mhm.
This year in 2022, the last party is actually on December 22nd.
Right.
Now, you might be asking, why don't they have a party on December 25th? There's a really good reason. The park is packed,
It's
beyond packed.
it's like not even real. Like
It's
truly
insane.
insane.
They actually turn people away.
Mhm.
They turn people away. You can't
Yeah.
get in.
Right.
So, and they have different levels of that.
Mhm.
So like they may start turning away cars, but people that have hotel reservations that are living that are staying on property, they might be living on property. I don't know.
Mhm.
Who knows? Can still get in, but there are levels
Right.
to how they cut that off.
Mhm.
So just be aware that day is so busy. So that's why they don't do it that day, because they just can't.
Right.
Can you imagine trying to herd all those people out?
I mean, as it is, I feel like as it gets closer and closer to Christmas, it gets more and more insane anyway.
It
And
does.
I can't imagine just
Yeah,
if you are somebody that ends up going on Christmas, by the way, just give those cast members some grace and patience
absolutely.
because what
Kindness. Oh, be
what
kind.
they do and what they have to put up with, I mean, just that job is hard as it is.
It is. And you might think it's easy, but it is not.
And imagine spending your Christmas day doing that on
That's
top of
right.
all of that, right?
That's
So
right.
that's always what I think about with days like that. It's just like, please just
Yep.
everybody be kind to one
Take
another.
a breath. Take a breath and
We're
thank
in
them.
the
Thank all of them for
magical
yeah,
center. Let's keep it that way.
thank all of them for being there on
Yes.
Christmas. So anyway, November to December,
Mhm.
now that we've gushed all over the cast members,
Yes.
which we could do that all the time because
All
they're
the
really
time.
the ones that make the magic.
All
So
day, every day. Yep.
this is also a hard ticket event. We talked about that with the other one, which means that you can get in at 4 p.m., but the party
Mhm.
actually starts at 7 p.m. So
Mhm.
it's the same thing. Tickets for this are a little bit more expensive. They
Mhm.
run from $149 to $199. Um, I'll be honest with you, Mandy. I am not paying $199.
No.
I'm
The
not.
earlier, if you are going to plan a trip around Christmas, you need to start planning like months, like summer,
Oh,
like
at
June
least.
at
At
least,
least.
like no later than that.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. And if you plan, then you may not get anything. You may not find
honestly,
anything.
I
Yeah.
mean, well, we planned our trip in June. So we planned our trip starting in June and right, June, Steve?
6 months is really pushing it. I say that's the limit, right?
Yeah, and it was fine. We,
Yeah.
because it was our reservations were fine because that 60-day out limit. There were like, it was no big deal. The tickets for the party don't go on sale until after that. So it's like we couldn't even get tickets to the party either way.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
so it was fine. But
Yeah.
if you push it any later than that, that's when you're going to see those ticket prices start skyrocketing. That's when you're going to start seeing those tickets selling out. You're not going to be able to get into the parties
Yeah.
and you're not going to be able to get reservations. It is the craziest time of year to
Yeah,
go.
it is absolutely the craziest time of year.
Yeah.
Take your visits to the mall, to your
Mhm.
local mall, and amplify it by about 100.
Oh, yeah.
That's what it's like.
Yeah.
So, one of the good things at this party is that there are complimentary cookies and cocoa,
Yay.
and you can have as much as you want.
Yep.
Now, it's not trick-or-treating. You're not getting a big bag of candy,
Right.
but at the party, you can have as much cookies and cocoa as your
Mhm.
little heart desires.
And it's good.
Yeah, it is really
Good.
good. The
It's
cocoa is
really
really
good.
good.
It's really good.
The cocoa
It's
is like
it's not like, like watered down like gas station hot cocoa. Like it's
no, it's not
really
let's make a quick Nestle hot chocolate with
right.
water, right? Let's
Yeah.
zap it in the microwave. No, it's
Right.
not that.
Yeah,
It's
good.
really good stuff. So it's really rich.
Yeah.
It's really, really, really nice. So those are complimentary cookies and cocoa. they are throughout the park. There are different places in each of the lands of the park.
Mhm.
There is Mickey's Most Merriest. I mean, who wrote this name? Somebody teach them some grammar. Mickey's Most Merriest Celebration Stage Show. So that's when Mickey and the gang, they have a stage show, and that runs several times throughout the evening. And it's popular, just like the Sanderson sisters.
Yep.
Not quite as popular as the Sanderson sisters, but it's
Yeah.
still really popular.
Yeah.
Then they have the Once Upon a Time Christmas Parade.
Yes.
Now, I've only ever seen this in video.
Mhm.
And so I'm excited for Mandy to tell me about it
Yes.
when she gets back.
Oh, yes.
I
We'll
don't.
be seeing the later show.
Yes, go to the second one. Go to the
show.
second parade. And it's fun. It's very traditional Christmas.
Yes. Tin soldiers, like
Yes.
Santa Claus, the whole
Dickens outfits from the
Yep.
Dickensian era. I mean, it's the whole 9 yards, right? So just know that when you go in it. Now that's not necessarily a bad thing.
No.
That's just, you just need to know that when
It's
you go
just
into
Christmas.
it.
But
It's like
when you
Christmas-
go to the Very Merry Christmas Party, I feel like that expectation is going to be.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. So it's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Then you have Minnie's Wonderful Time Christmas Fireworks, which is another great fireworks display that they do. So make sure that you see that. They only do one show of that each night, just like the Halloween party, just like any other night. They don't do two.
Yeah.
So be aware of that. And here's something that they do that's really cool. It snows on Main Street in Florida.
I saw that. I went to the Very Merry Christmas Party when I was like 6 years old. And I don't know if they still do this. In fact, I don't think they do, because I feel like I would hear about it more. But when I was little, you would go up, because it was before the stage show, and you would go up and they had all of the princesses with their carriages in their Christmas.
No way.
And you could just go up. And I remember I walked up those stairs and I saw all of the princesses standing there in their Christmas outfits. And it started to snow like around the castle.
Oh,
and when I tell you, 6-year-old me burst into tears, because I have I truly, to this day, I don't think I've been happier.
You just gave me chills. You just gave me chills.
I was like, I like literally, I started crying. Mom was like, "Are you?" It's like, "This is so cool!" Like I was completely beside myself. My mom had to like bring me up to Aurora, and I remember Aurora had to like calm me down because I was so
that's so great,
overwhelmed. There is a video somewhere of
I'm sure there is
a camcorder of me like completely overwhelmed talking to Sleeping Beauty. Like I was.
That is so great. So have you seen the video on YouTube of the little girl that dresses up as the evil queen?
Oh yes.
And goes to the evil queen, and the evil queen then parades her around the park, walks with her, leaves her spot that she's getting pictures taken, and walks all over the park and is like, bow down to the. Doesn't she look marvelous? It's so good. It is so good. Yeah, it's really good. Be sure you check that out. So cute. And she has lots of other things. That little girl dresses up in everything. It's so cool. So great. Whoever's making those costumes they're just brilliant.
Oh God, they're amazing. Yeah.
All right. So let's talk about what's the same between all of these parties, because there are some aspects that are the same. Yeah. First of all, both parties have special commemorative items that you can buy. You can, t-shirts and pins and hats and, bags and almost anything like that you can think of that you can buy that will say the party and then the year that the party was, right?
Yeah.
So that is something that you can do, is you can buy commemorative items. Now at the Christmas party, they do give you an ornament and a poster. Yeah. So, and I don't know, I think they give that to you when you leave. I'm not positive.
I don't know.
You're going to find out. You're going to find out. So, that is something different that they do. And I think that's partially because they're not giving away all that candy. And so they're like, well, we have to do something.
Yeah.
So, but commemorative stuff, and the commemorative stuff is usually really cool.
Mm-hmm.
It's usually really good. They do a
Yeah.
really good job with it. I have many Halloween party shirts.
Yeah.
Many. They both have photo opportunities with characters that you normally would not get photos with.
Right.
So if you want to get a photo with the Seven Dwarves, though, just expect to spend the whole party in line.
Really?
And you may not, and you may not even
Seven
get a picture.
Dwarves?
It's every party.
Why?
It is usually at least a 4 or 5 hour wait to get your picture taken with the Seven Dwarves.
That is
because you never see them because they're so rare.
That's so funny because I feel like when I was little, they were the most common. I think I have about 50 pictures with the Seven Dwarves.
So here's the difference between when you were little and went and today. When you were little and when I was little, the characters actually walked around the park.
Right.
They were not in one location for you to go visit. So so they were much more accessible, and they were much more diverse.
Right.
At that point. But now
there was less. Honestly, there were less characters, and so they brought out the older characters more frequently.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. So make sure that you get some fun character photos. The Halloween party and the Christmas party have different characters. So they're not all the same. So there are some really good ones that you can get. So be sure you do that. If you like character pictures, I personally love them. So give me a character picture. And when you do, go up and have something fun to ask them.
Always
have something fun to ask them, and not like, are you hot? Are you none of that? Like, be creative.
Keep it fun. Keep it like interesting. Like
and having to do with their character.
And not like what's your real hair color under that wig?
Yeah, or why can't you talk? Or what? Come on. It's so there are but ask really good questions. I've told this story. If I've told it once, I've told it 100 times. My daughter, when we went to Cinderella's castle for breakfast, Cinderella greets you at the bottom before you go up into the dining room. And she asked Cinderella how many dresses she had. Oh my God. Cinderella was so excited to talk about her dresses.
Of course she was.
So that was a great question. That's what we're talking about, right? So do that. And they both have exclusive treats that you can buy. So snacks that you can buy. Now, they're not free, unfortunately, but they do have exclusive treats. Now, if you are a popcorn person, they usually have a flavor of popcorn specifically to the party. And they usually have a popcorn bucket that is specific to the party. Like I got one year of Oogie Boogie, because you were eating popcorn out of Oogie Boogie's butt. And it just made me laugh. And it still makes me laugh. I still have it upstairs. It makes me laugh. I need to bring it down here. Yeah. But so that is, they both have those exclusive treats. So can you think of anything else, Mandy?
No, nothing that's really exclusive. Characters, treats.
Almost all the rides are open. Almost all the attractions. It's very rare for an attraction not to be open.
You can also, I'm not 100% sure about this. I think this is also the case for the Halloween party, but you can book dining reservations for select restaurants.
Yes, you can.
If you choose to. So if you, let's say that you decide to go, but you don't want to just like wander around and eat snacks, you can have a separate reservation. There are special like party dining packages or party dining reservations that you have to make. But you have to have a ticket to the party, obviously, to get those reservations.
Yeah, and we're going to talk about dining reservations in another podcast.
Sure.
Because that's a whole, thing.
That.
Just know that you can. Like I know people that have eaten at Bell's, at Be Our Guest during the Halloween party, and
we're eating at I have a reservation for Be Our Guest during the Christmas party. I don't know that we'll use it. We have it.
Yeah.
But,
so you can absolutely do that. And one little last piece of news that we didn't talk about, and we'll end on this, is that at the Magic Kingdom now, you can